We all know the movie Creature from the Black Lagoon. Premiered in 1954. Known best for Scary Gillman, super hot woman lady, rich guy, and concerned man, and then the rest of the actors that are irrelevant because they die anyway.
They die so early.
They're dead. They Jar Jar do the dirty dead. They're gone. We're talking specifically about the first Creature from the Black Lagoon. Full transparency, we haven't seen the rest of the trilogy, but we did see the first Creature from the Black Lagoon. Thoughts on the movie?
It was okay.
It was fine. I was expecting a lot more. Here's what I did like about that movie, though. The whole movie Creature from the Black Lagoon basically did nothing to my feelings, except when I saw this. Ah! No! No! That's horrible. Imagine that.
He's saying hi.
No. And that right there is the reason I don't go swimming at night. Creature from the Black Lagoon was a huge cultural phenomenon, mainly because it was just weird. There wasn't any movie similar to that. There was the Universal Monsters, but this had an underwater element.
On the poster, it's portrayed like it's very damsel in distress, and then the monster has like an affection towards her, but in the actual movie, that's like such a small... It happens for like 2 minutes, and it's like not a big part of it.
Even with that being the tone that everyone wants to bring to that movie, which I haven't seen the second and third movie, but everyone wants that to be true. When I watched it going into it, I thought the Gillman was going to talk. Like, I thought at some point it was going to be like, love you, or something like that.
Like a Tarzan thing?
Yeah, no. He just steals her. It's definitely just kidnapping. Romance is not necessarily implied. I think people were looking for it, but to me it did not seem like it was at all a romance. It was like, monster murders everyone, weirdly has an obsession with pretty girl. Creepy. Like, it wasn't like, aww. The lady didn't want it.
But in this musical that we're going to be talking about today, hot, steamy, rock and roll.
So down now, so down now. Universal was known for its classic movie monsters such as Dracula, Frankenstein, and Gillman from Creature from the Black Lagoon. In the mid-90s, there was a resurgence of merchandise from Creature from the Black Lagoon. There seems to be, I don't know if it was a punk rock phase, or it seems to always be, like, related to punk rock for me for some reason. Merch started to pick up. So then, in the early 2000s, they decided that they were going to announce that they were in conversations to re-release a new version of the movie. Later on, that kind of fizzled out. However, my theory is that they wanted to test out the IP and see how popular the IP was in just the general public before they went out and spent all the money to release a full movie. They decided that the best way to do that is to release a parody musical that has almost nothing to do with the original IP.
That's such a weird concept to be like, we're really trying to, like, if you had a person with a clipboard who's, like, surveying people, being like, we're trying to gauge interest in our old properties. How do you feel about Creature of the Black Lagoon when it's in a rock and roll parody form? Like, that's not what...
I would like to think the person outside of Universal Studios Hollywood has a clipboard and goes, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And then you always say yes to those people, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, have you ever heard of the movie Creature from the Black Lagoon? The person's like, I'm a huge fan. What if I told you there was going to be a remake where it had nothing to do with the movie, and it's a parody basically making fun of everything you loved about this classic monster film? Would you be interested? This is the logo for the musical that they were making called Creature from the Black Lagoon, the musical, or otherwise known as Creature from the Black Lagoon, a raging rockin' show.
I don't like how they said raging, rockin'.
Yeah, they should have
why
said,
is it not raging rockin' show?
It's raging rockin' show.
And from this poster, I'm guessing you already know, he's gonna sing.
And he talks and speaks English. So without further ado, this is how they promoted the creature coming to the theater, okay? So they had like an outside the theater pre-show to get people to want to watch the actual performance.
Was this just for the opening, or is this every performance?
It didn't last very long, so probably for the... I don't have that information. All I know is this was definitely for the first one.
This journey from the murky lagoons of South America to the bright lights of Hollywood comes to an end.
I really like this.
The creature will be lifted from
I love an immersive pre-show.
Yeah.
Transport. It is only fitting that the creature is returning home after being featured in the classic horror film almost 55 years ago. Now, he can take his rightful place.
Okay, so they're implying that the lore is that he was an actor in the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which defeats the purpose of him being a monster.
What? Are you saying that he was acting in that movie?
According to this universe, he was an actor.
He's a real monster who starred in the 1958 film.
1954.
Oh, he starred in the 1954 film.
Yeah. Naturally, we'd have to lock him up.
And have him surrounded by armed guards.
Even though he was clearly acting.
What?
Not to be a continuity Judy, but that doesn't make any sense.
The creature from the...
He's gone.
He's gone. Don't let him get away.
So we can't let the actor get away. And then he's just like, there he is!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the situation under control.
He comes in going, what's up? And I like the lore of he escapes just to intimidate, not to kill anybody.
Yeah.
Like he's like, sexy. Oh damn. They got him.
We gotta detain the actor.
Get him in there.
Also, if that's what he does when he's let loose into the crowd, why do they need to have armed guards around him?
Because he was gonna act in front of everybody. This whole thing was a piece on actors in Hollywood.
He's also clearly a rock and roll star.
Well, yeah, you could tell by his long, rubbery hair. Disclaimer, this is just commentary we are making on a performance. We in no way are trying to belittle or be mean to anyone. Nothing we say or do is meant for hate.
In fact, we are major theater fans, and we enjoy stuff like this a lot, and we enjoy having fun while also poking fun, especially things that are big budget like this. Like, it's funny to see where big corporations put their money, I guess.
Now this is the show.
Woo! Just wait. This show's actually, it has amazing effects.
Are we there yet?
CC, close enough. You pay me now.
Father said half now, and half when we find my creature. Greed is good.
I love how we know it's like he's evil rich guy because he goes, greed is good.
Yeah, which
is so obviously this whole musical is very like theme parky, like everything is very obvious in the show. Scientist.
What a sight! A pristine biome filled with things that fight out.
Because nerdy scientist guys like, uh-oh, we can do this. In 2006 was like, fuck.
In the Black Lagoon, the water smells like cheese.
It smells like cheese. The nerds be like, smells like cheese. In the Black Lagoon.
Good thing I brought my fiancé.
Good thing I brought my fiance.
All right,
Guys, do you know who that is?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is Tony Award-winning Katrina Lang. I swear to God.
When we were watching it, our jaws dropped.
A performance is a performance. That is all it is.
And this show already seems like it would be so much fun to be into.
Also,
this is actually, we're talking trash on this, but this is actually a huge production.
Well, it's a theme park show. I mean,
yeah.
this is a cast of maybe 200. Like they perform 3 times a day. I mean,
Yeah.
we know how these things run.
Yeah.
Last chance, if we can't rise to the occasion, I'll find someone else to adore.
She just trashed her own fiance and says if he doesn't step up to the plate, I'll find someone else. Just roasted him. She said he's boring and lame, and if he doesn't step up to the plate because we're in the tunnel of Amor or whatever she said, then he's done.
So far we have rich guy who said greed is good. So we got Gordon Gekko who thinks greed is good.
And then we got Voodoo Lady.
We got Voodoo Lady. We got smells like cheese guy. And then our main character who is very uninterested in her husband and is just hoping someone else will be better and was saying, hey, if he doesn't step out of the plate, he's gone. So we basically established that none of the main characters so far we like. There's no protagonist yet.
No, we like Voodoo Lady. Okay, harmonies. Okay, vocals.
Life, the air is thick with it.
Or actually, that's death. The stench from rotting vegetation, decomposing animals, and waste material.
You sure know how to sweet talk a girl, don't you?
She's engaged to a scientist, but she hates that he's a scientist and hates that he says things scientifically correct.
In her defense, about 5 minutes ago, he went, "It smells like cheese." Honestly, can his ass.
Does he think I am a shrimp cocktail?
Oh, I like shrimp.
Dead or Alive starts playing.
Okay, I'm getting mixed signals.
No, the signal is perfectly clear. It's the receiver that's screwed up.
Tweet me.
Oh no! Not tweet me!
That's not how people communicate.
Also, earlier in the show, it was like, check for Wi-Fi!
All the boomers in the house went, let's go! Science be like, cheese. Rich guy be like, tweet me, baby. Eyes on you. I hate the, watch it, call me. It's like, I love 2000.
Also, okay,
Wait.
have you ever noticed that every single time someone goes, call me, the other person doesn't have their phone number? They never have their phone number. That's always bothered me. I'm
She's
like,
got
how
that.
could someone call you? How could someone call you? You didn't give them your number.
Also, I would like to think that they're tweeting each other. Because that's how Twitter works, you dumb idiot.
Yeah,
Like,
reach me on Twitter.
they're like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Tweeting at Aubrey. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna tweet at you and be like, hey, what's for dinner?
Floating boat?
Okay.
That's actually sick.
That is so hard to do. That is an incredible trick. Like, the whole boat flies up. That's insane.
That's pretty cool.
That is an amazing, like, prop move. Bruh.
Oh, she's swimming! Wait, that's sick.
Isn't this sick? This song is so
That's
quiet.
really hard to sing like that. This is so good.
Yeah, this is
Oh my
really
god,
good.
is this whole stream just us realizing that we actually love this musical?
No, it gets horrid.
It does get bad,
Are
but
you
this
kidding
is
me?
great.
We haven't saw our best friend yet.
Yeah.
The
we haven't
actor,
seen the monster
the
yet.
actor who's been detained.
There he is.
So they're reenacting the classic scene.
Thought you'd never ask.
Bruh.
You have nice face. It pleases voodoo spirits.
Thanks. I get that a lot.
Why? Where's the family-friendly entertainment? What's
Bruh.
a big motorboat?
Stuck in her bosoms. This face is very common for Actorman. It's and it's like a way for them to describe that they're feeling uncomfortable without like being verbal.
Yeah.
It's like and watch, you'll see it. It's very, very, very obvious.
Thanks. I get that a lot.
Would look good at us.
And we found Manuel the cook.
No! Not Manuel! That man's breakfast burrito changed my life.
Dios mío, this is
Oh. When a joke
You know
doesn't-
what?
When a joke doesn't land.
You know what? My whole view on this whole thing just changed.
Creature, come and hear me, man!
Oh, he's right there. Oh my god, that shit scared me.
Incoherent.
I didn't hear one word.
He's a dog.
All I heard was, what are you doing around here? Which is really bad.
That's a great line.
OJ reference.
No.
I'm a Darth Vader, Freddy Krueger, OJ something. Yee.
They took politically correctness and went, yay! He says, what the hell are you doing here? Bad lyrics, and then makes an OJ reference and humps. And that's the first moment we see this horribly put together character, which should have been reminiscent of the beautifully put together monster classic. And this is
He's
the next...
also Darth Vader, Freddy Krueger, OJ, Moby Dick.
You know, comedy works on rules of threes.
Gil is up on pop culture, okay?
Yeah.
He watches TMZ.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where did they go? Go that way! Shoot anything that's green!
I know you saw it.
What?
The stagehand just walking backwards during the loud rock music. Take a look right here.
Go that way! Shoot anything that's green!
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
I would like to believe that this guy wasn't part of this show.
There's the protagonist!
This guy was trying to find his way to, like, he's like, I'm just looking for the Fear Factor show, and he
I'm really grossed out!
when he wants to procreate, he's a Kama Sutra man.
I'm really grossed out, ew!
Air humping, Kama Sutra, hefting, I want to make love, and God, and Amy Winehouse, O.J. Simpson, Mocha Chocolata. Dude, this is a nightmare. This is everything I hate.
So she already likes him.
Instantly.
She said she saw this guy, saw how crass he was and how horrible his pop culture references were, and said, he is not like David, not in the least.
By
Come on, reach up there for that note.
the way, it's almost over. I'm just like, heads up, it's almost over.
Oh, thank you, I was so thin.
Did he just
Drug her? Or
give her a drink while she was sleeping?
problematic, systematic, everybody funky fresh. I should have wrote this musical. Hey!
And I'm looking for someone who can complete me.
Okay, yeah, don't try to give him a redemption arc now. After that song, literally going, I'm evil, and then like literally killing people, and he's like, well, I'm a pretty good guy.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I know you felt the chemistry between us when my fin scraped your foot like fish sticks and tartar sauce.
What does that mean? And why did he point to his crotch?
He said fish sticks and tartar sauce.
He said, I'm hung. She said, he's what? And he said, I'm hungry.
This isn't what it looks like.
Seriously? He has his own
No!
theme song.
He said the thing!
Not as seriously.
Seriously. Katrina Lang giving everything she has to this being... I'm more of a fan of her in this than anything she's ever done. This is...
Yeah.
Look at her having fun with this monstrosity.
Steal, fish boy!
Cringe out?
I mean,
Cringe out! That's what she said. He gets that cringe! Seriously?
She said creature.
Oh.
Gil.
Oh, Gil.
You guys are not ready what's about to happen.
No. You guys have lasted this long.
You guys are not ready.
You guys have lasted this long with us, and we appreciate you, and you're about to get rewarded handsomely.
What's that?
It's about to get gnarly up in here.
Mark, what did you put on that spear?
It was an accident. How could I know?
No, what? What
This far away.
accident?
Tell us!
Also, they haven't worn a shirt this entire time.
Are you guys ready?
Bruh, what?
He's coming towards us!
Yo! Yarp. Bro, it's massive. She's going towards him. She loves him. She loves him. So what's gonna happen?
Guess what?
You really are hungry for love. For lunch.
Eats her ass. Not eats her ass. Eats her. So
This is all just one big Vore show.
we established that they both love each other. He clearly has feelings for her. They made a song about it.
But once he gets on steroids,
Once he gets on Alex Rodriguez's steroid cream, he turns to a giant monster that eats her.
yeah.
So this whole thing was Vore propaganda. Here, let's see how it ends.
Life is dangerous.
Black Lagoon! They just sing the Black Lagoon and they come out
Lagoon.
and they just do their bows. That's literally it. That's it. Moral of the story, there's danger below and above. Sometimes you turn into turn into giant and somebody does Vore. Sometimes.
The guy in the Etnies comes out and bows too.
He comes out.
The little stagehand, I miss him.
He's like, Black Lagoon!
Anyways, that was the creature of Black Lagoon. A rock. What is it? That was
raging rockin' musical.
A raging rockin' musical.
And I want to thank you guys for watching, tuning in. The moral of the story is there's danger below and above. So mocha choka ya ya ta ta. Vore is the only thing we pay attention to.